Okay, that's enough of that. I think the music stopped. You know, something that's interesting every week is that we can't hear the music on our end, but supposedly it is playing on your end. So I hope there was music to us dancing and not just us quietly dancing.
Yeah.
Hello, Twitch. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Tenn Peller's Improv Comedy Half Hour with Tenn Peller, where we guarantee you two things. The show will be 30 minutes in length, no longer, no shorter, and there's going to be improv. I'm Trent. I'm one half of Tenn Peller, but the other half, Cam, is not here this week. Naughty, naughty. And instead, we are privileged to be joined by my friend and soon to be your friend, Derek Martz. In the chat, please give it up for Derek.
Thank you so much. It was an honor to be asked.
Well, thank you for doing it, Derek. To be truthful, my reasoning for ask you was probably two or threefold. One being, gosh, I just think you're great at improv, and you and I don't think have gotten to do a ton of stuff together. So it was very
Yeah,
selfishly motivated on my end
not a ton of stuff.
to play
Uh,
with you.
yeah, although once someone did stop me in the street and say like, "Hey, you were in a Second City show last night, weren't you?" And you're like, and they were like, "Great." And then they just started describing a sketch you were in,
Uh
and I was
huh.
like, "Oh no, I was in a show, but not that show. But he is very funny. You're right."
Yes. And to set the record straight, I have also been complimented on a Derek show. Uh, and neither of us are each other, but
Nope.
it's nice to be complimented, whether it's for our own accolades or for our friends'
Mhm.
accolades. Um, the other reason I thought it would be good to play with you, Derek, is that you are also a part of a Twitch show that is a part of the Trident Network, which is what we are on right now. TridentNetwork.tv slash or Twitch.tv slash the Trident Network. Please subscribe, throw us a sub. I don't know where the chat is. It's up here somewhere, and I don't know where you can subscribe, but it's somewhere around here. Click the subscribe button. Tenn and Peller is every other Thursday, and on the Thursdays that we're not going is Forgot to Mute, which is the show Derek is a part of.
That's correct. We do short form improv, kind of like whose line is it anyway? But I guess that makes me the Colin Mockery because I'm the one who's there all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mockery and the old Shambino is Brian Styles, maybe.
I guess so. Although he alternates with Maggie as far as who's hosting and who's playing, so uh, he's also sometimes Aisha Tyler.
Or Drew Carey, depending on what era. Or what was the name of the British host?
Colin, um, uh,
Jost. Colin Jost. Thank
Colin
you.
Jost. Yep.
Thank you, Derek. So yeah, we got a bunch of great stuff going on the Trident Network all the time. If you are an Amazon Prime user, you can become a subscriber to the Trident Twitch for free. Is that correct? I'll ask this question to Val. Val, hello, Val.
What up? Yes, that is a true fact. If you do some cursory, I'm here. Hello. If you do some cursory Googling, you'll be able to find it pretty quick. Basically, you just have to connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then you can subscribe for free. And it gives us some little support so that we can keep doing all these cool shows. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Val. Val is our tech person and the leader over here at the Trident Network, and also she made this show look as good as it looks for everyone right now. Also, Derek, I'm seeing in the chat that the host of the British one was Clive Anderson.
That is absolutely correct. And as a fan of QI, I should know that because he's also on there quite a bit.
Thank you to Nia D'Amelio, one of our biggest fans, and also the composer of the theme music that you may or may not have heard at the beginning of the show today.
I hope I was
Go ahead.
silently dancing on beat to that song.
And I know I was not on beat at all. That's kind of a guarantee for me when it comes to dancing. Speaking of dancing, I love to dance to some music. If we could get a suggestion for our improv comedy set that we're about to do when time runs out here, if we could get a suggestion of a song that's stuck in your head And if you're feeling so adventurous, maybe some lyrics specifically to that song as well. One thing we should mention right now is there's about a 25-second delay between what I'm saying and what you're hearing. So, giving everybody a little time to let this get out there into the waves of the world, the internet waves. I don't know. I'm not very good with technology. That's why Val's here. She can probably explain it better, but I don't know.
The internet's slow.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't be shy. Don't be shy in the chat. Feel free to throw those suggestions in there. A song stuck in your head, or it could be a song that's not even stuck in your head. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is from Val. We'll wait and see if someone who's not Val. Otherwise, oh my God, is this Val? Is your suggestion a reference to the documentary Now episode of Co-op?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, you gotta talk. You gotta talk with Tenn Peller superfan Nia D'Amelio. She also loves that.
It is so funny, and I literally listen to it almost every time I have a show because it just puts me in a good mood.
Okay, well, good for you. Nia also loves it. We're gonna take Nia's suggestion because it's a wild one. The song is Loop De Loop by the Beach Boys, and the lyric is Loop De Loop, flip flop flying in an airplane.
Woo! Here we go.
I've got to admit I am kind of a nervous flyer, and that was before everything, and now I'm even more of a nervous flyer. So
yeah, I mean, no worries. I've actually flown more. I flew more during the pandemic than I did pre-pandemic. Something about less people on the plane made me feel more confident in weight distribution throughout the plane, which it actually turns out, based on people I was talking to, that's kind of ass backward thinking. That was actually completely wrong. It's more likely for a plane to crash due to weight distribution issues when there's less people on the plane, because they're designed to be filled. But anyways, yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. If you need to squeeze my hand or anything mid-flight, or I guess not, because if you're worried, I don't know. You tell me what you need, and I'll be there.
Sure, yeah, I was just thinking about a movie I watched the other week where it was like one of those airplane disaster movies, and they had everybody go to the back of the plane to distribute the weight, and the idea that would change things in a way that's big enough to a life or death change, that doesn't make me feel any more comfortable, to be honest. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have watched that.
What was the movie?
Death Flight.
Death Flight?
Yeah.
Was that a direct to DVD?
It was a TV movie from the 70s. It had like Peter Graves and Robert Reed and what's the name of the guy who played the original Adama on Battlestar Galactic? Lorne Greene. All those kinds of people. I don't know why I watched it.
I haven't heard of any of those people. Maybe I'm starting to realize that maybe my movie knowledge is not comparable to yours.
Well, Robert Reed played the dad on the Brady Bunch.
Okay, I know him visually.
Yeah. He was the pilot of the death plane.
Of the Brady family, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Do you have anything? What do you do when you're nervous?
Drink.
Oh, I can't do that.
No?
My anxiety medication, you can't drink on the anxiety medication I'm on.
Wait, I gotta tell you a little secret. It's what the doctors will tell you. But if you think I'm not drunk and on an anxiety medication at the same time right now, you'd be wrong.
I don't know. I've never done anything my doctor told me not to do. I listen to him pretty firmly.
Where's some of my anxiety medication?
Yeah, those look like the ones I take, so I probably shouldn't take more because that would be like an overdose. Which I was also just reading about how to help someone who's having an overdose if you don't have any medication to help you rub on their sternum with your knuckles, and that like causes enough pain to keep them up. I don't know.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, yeah,
So like your knuckles kind of like acting like the needle that they put into Uma Thurman in that movie.
yeah. I guess it probably wouldn't have been quite as dramatic if he just sort of quietly rubbed her sternum with his knuckles.
Ah. Well, you know, QT, he's got to do everything big in his movies.
Yeah. I'm excited to meet your family.
Good. Oh my God, I'm excited for you to meet them.
Yeah.
Hey, I know.
I promise as soon as the wheels touch the ground, I'll be back to normal.
I don't. I honestly don't feel like you're being any different than you normally are, except now we're in the sky.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because either that means I'm really chill right now and that's great, or I seem like I'm always panicking,
Uh-huh.
and I'm worried that that is what it might be.
No, 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 no. I think somewhere. I don't think you're always chill, but I don't think you're always panicking. I think what you're perceiving is somewhere right in the middle of what I'm perceiving.
Okay, cool.
I do have to let you know. I know I told you that I told my family that you were coming, but that was a secret lie. They don't know that you're coming.
Are you happiest seasoning me?
What?
Are you happiest seasoning me?
I don't know. Is that a movie?
Yeah, it just came out. I thought maybe if it was like a recent one, you would know.
Oh, is that the one with Kristen Stewart?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
it's not very good. But the premise is that she's in a same-sex relationship and she brings her same-sex partner home, but the family doesn't know. And so they just think she's a special friend.
Are you telling me the family doesn't know ahead of time that she's gay?
Yeah.
Oh, now that's a twist.
Oh, so your family knows. Okay.
Yeah. No.
They just don't know that I'm going to be there. Okay.
Yes. 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 No. 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 You are not. You are not the first significant other I've brought to them. But I wanted to.
Well, hold on. How many? How many came
Of the. Let's see.
of the what?
Huh?
Of the what?
Haven't we had this? Haven't we had a numbers conversation before?
Just like in a sort of tawdry sexual way. I didn't know that you cared about all of those people.
No. So it's like. So I'd say like I have at a minimum made out with like 24 to 26 people, and then of that group, the actual penetration partners are the numbers around 14. But then of that group, the actual number that I've dated is probably around like 7. And of those 7 that I've dated, I would say you're going to be the 2, 3. You will be the 4th to meet my family.
That's kind of high to as far as the taking them home to. Is it just always super early in the relationship, or I mean, you're not even that old. How?
Were you about to ask me how old am I?
No, I know how old you are.
Okay, because if you're gonna ask me my age right now, I think I would walk up there to the pilot and say, "Mr. Brady, I think we got to turn this boat around and take me home because I don't know if this relationship is what I think it is."
Well, part of the problem was that the plane couldn't turn.
Well, then I would have him land wherever we are, and I would get on a different plane headed back to Boston.
Okay, well, you can't do that when you're infected with Senegalese flu. So,
Was that an official diagnosis, or were they speculating that that's what?
they knew that they had a sample of Senegalese flu on the plane, and then it broke in transit, and then people on the plane began to get infected with Senegalese flu, which is also something I'm afraid of happening.
Well, if you think I have it,
I don't think I was just playing. You're trying to distract me from the fact that you are 28 years old and you've had 4 relationships that you think were significant enough to meet your family.
well, 4 now, yes, yeah, you're the 4th.
I
But
guess I
when I
guess
was
when you think about it, that's like, I don't know, uh, like 10 years. No. Uh, yeah, about 10 years of dating. And I don't know. You're the only person I've ever taken home to meet my family, is the thing. So,
really,
yeah.
wow, your family comes off very cool then, because they all acted like this was not the first time you'd brought someone home.
Well, I coached them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was like, play it cool. I don't want to, scare him off because have them all be like, oh my God, this is so special. We've been waiting for this for 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
They've been waiting since you were 15 years old for you to bring a significant other home.
I get, I don't know. It was just a number I threw out there. Maybe more like 10. But I don't know. When was the first, when was my first date? I think I was like 20 or 21. I started pretty late, but you know that.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It
No,
doesn't.
I had medical things going on, and
Yeah, whatever. The reason is the reason, but we're not the people we were then. We're the people we are now. And the people we are now are in love, and we want our parents to meet each other, and each other's parents to meet each other, and
oh
that's
man,
what matters now.
if I were the person I was then, now that would be a real big problem because I was a mess.
Mm, me
I
too,
did
man.
not know how to handle myself. Once I got better, I was like, I'm free. I get to do whatever. And I was a real wild child there for a few years.
Yes, and I was very much straight laced for a long time.
Hmm.
We would not have gelled back then, I think.
Well, how many of the people you brought home were women?
I would say, oh, brought home zero. No, no girl has ever
Oh,
met my
okay.
dad. No.
I was just wondering if maybe you had like a period where you were still trying to make it work.
No, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
there were certainly some sexual partners, and those were, let's call them, learning experiences.
Not me, gold star, baby.
And that's one of the I would say that's one of the top 12 reasons why I love you.
Why?
Hmm?
Why? Why is it cool to you that I've never been with a woman?
Because you knew, it feels to me like that means you knew who you were immediately.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah.
Confidence,
Yeah.
self-confidence, self-awareness.
Hmm. I mean, I'm sure it's fun for people who like it.
Sure.
I'm not like one of those gays who's like, "Ew, women's bodies are disgusting." I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. Would I
Hmm.
do it again at the time? Yes, I did do it a couple more times.
Hmm.
Now, no, thank you.
Yeah. So, remind me, you have three sisters named Catherine, Karen, and Kirsten or Kristen?
Kristen.
Kristen. Okay.
Yes, I refer to them pretty funnily because it's coming from me as the clan. Which I can do,
But that's funny because all their names start with C. Yeah.
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 Yeah, Kristen with the C is kind of a hard one, but my parents were dead set.
That's one of those late 90s names
Mhm.
where it's like we want to make the spelling unique, but the name not super, like, if you hear it, it sounds normal, but if you look at it on paper, you're like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yes, exactly, exactly. And
Yeah.
I think you'll notice that attitude from my parents has kind of prevailed through the years. I think you'll find them to be stuck in the past and also a little bit off the wall.
Stuck in the past politically?
No,
Okay.
stuck in the past, like, of what's cool.
Oh, like they still have a TiVo?
Yes.
Okay.
And I do mean literally, yes, they have teeth.
I miss the sound is the thing. The boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
So that will be cool. I'm looking forward to seeing the TiVo.
Yes, and we're not allowed to, delete anything off of there, and the recording box is obviously full at this point. So,
When are all the shows from? It's like a time capsule.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff from the early 2000s.
Oh man. Do you think they have Spy TV hosted by Michael Ian Black?
I know for a fact that they do not.
Okay. Because that was like one thing I always wanted to get home in time for. It was just like some dumb hidden camera show.
Yeah.
But
Well, I know there is some episodes of
The Mole?
Of what?
The Mole?
No, what's that?
That was the reality
that's a
show
game.
that Anderson Cooper hosted, where
Right.
like everyone was working together except one person was undermining the team.
Uh-huh.
But then we're going to add that to Netflix. So it's that if that is on the TiVo, it's not like high on my priority list.
Oh, okay. I know there is just about a full season of The Wonder Years on there, which I know wasn't a show that was from the early 2000s, but a lot of the recordings are off of Nick at Night reruns.
Well, and you were smart to save them because for a long time you couldn't get it on DVD because the music rights until eventually Time Life stepped in.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. For all the music in general, or just for
Yeah.
the theme song?
All the music.
Wow.
Which I can't imagine watching that show without the original music.
No. Well, we've got a chunk of season 2. It's like a couple episodes in season 2, and then all the way through. And then we're missing the first couple episodes of season 3, and then we have the middle of season 3, but not the ending. So I don't know.
You have the one where Winnie finds out her brother died in Vietnam.
We might. I'd have to go and rewatch.
That was the one where that's how I found Richie Havens, the music of Richie Havens. And if I watched that on Netflix, it would have just been some, royalty-free guitar strumming, and it wouldn't have had the same impact.
Well, I got to tell you right now, Richie Havens is making me think of La Bamba, but that's not who that is. That's Richie Valens. Yeah. Who's Richie? What's Richie Havens do?
He's just sort of like a singer-songwriter. He was at Woodstock. He did a really good cover of "Here Comes the Sun."
Oh, that's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, I didn't think this would come up, and it still might not be relevant to the trip. But since we are talking about Richie Valens, kind of, Lou Diamond Phillips is my parents' neighbor.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about the day the music died, and I was like, I can't think about a plane crash right now.
Oh, that would have been a better connection to make.
No, but it's cool. I like Lou Diamond Phillips.
He's great. I do. Yeah. I also love Lou Diamond Phillips. I mean, he's very good in La Bamba.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a snake, but in a hot way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like he has a very serpentine face.
Yes, he's almost gotten snakier the older he's gotten.
Oh, sure. Yeah, because the skin gets thinner and tighter over the skull. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, maybe we'll pop over to Mr. Diamond Phillips's house and we can talk to him.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah. I'll see.
Does he live in like a really big house?
Does he live in a really big house? No. His van is next to my parents' van.
No.
It's by choice. It's by choice. Lou,
okay.
Mr. Diamond Phillips owns many properties.
He's doing like a hashtag van life thing?
Yes, exactly. He's actually spent his money very well, but he's always loved the ability to return to the van. And that's how we know him.
I was just afraid he'd fallen on hard times.
No.
Wait, does that mean your parents live in a van as well?
Have I not?
Where are we staying?
Well, I have a room in the van.
How you're going to need to explain that to me and quickly.
Like what do you mean? Like size or
every detail?
Okay, the van is kind of like the size of, it's like a double wide kind of.
Oh, great.
So I don't know, there's room, and then you and I will share a room with Catherine. She's got the top bunk. You and I will be on the bottom bunk, and then the other two clan members have their own room, and they're bunked up. And then my parents actually, they fold up the kitchen table, and that's where they sleep.
Okay,
out there.
this sounds like it might be more of like a camper or an RV. I was imagining like a geo explorer.
No. Yeah. This
Okay.
is big. This will be big enough for the
All right.
6, 7
Cool.
of us.
Well, I'm excited.
And
I
that's
can't
the
wait.
show.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you for playing.
Thank you. That is pretty typical for me, for it to be about 2/3 grounded emotional work and 1/3 obscure pop culture references.
Hey, you're talking to someone who also loves obscure pop culture references. Also, thank you to Val. Thanks, Val, as always.
It's my pleasure.
And if you're here, this is the Trident Network's Twitch channel. Please subscribe, as we said before. If you are an Amazon Prime user, you can get a subscription to the Trident Network Twitch for free. At this time, I know every Wednesday and Thursday there are shows here. Derek's Forgot to Mute is here next Thursday, and then Tenn Peller will be back Thursday after that. There's also some stuff Monday afternoon. Also, go to thetridentnetwork.com for more information on not only our live shows, but our produced videos like sketches and series and podcasts. Bye, everybody!